from horns punching straight through human flesh, to riders whispering their last words in the dirt. These are the most horrifying bull riding moments ever recorded. Starting with, now, if you know anything about bull riding, you know that this guy is a legend. But even legends have their match. And his was a bull named Bodacious, one of the most feared bulls in rodeo history. At the 1993 event in Long Beach, Tough got launched. Hard, Bodacious swung his head violently upward, smashing Tough directly in the face.
Watch the flashbulbs. Here we go.
He's knocked out. Open that gate, boys. Open the gate, boys. They got the gate open, got him out. Man, he hit him hard. I hope it didn't break too much. He's bleeding.
He suffered multiple broken bones and had to go through over 6 hours of surgery just to reconstruct his jaw. But just 7 weeks later, he climbed back on Bodacious again. This time, though, he made the smart move and waved off the ride before it even began. Scott Bredding met Bodacious during the bull's most dangerous years. He tried to ride him, but like so many others, got thrown fast. The bull's head slammed straight into Scott's face, cracking his helmet and fracturing his cheekbone.
Scott, and I don't blame him. Keep your face where it belongs. Keep your butt down in there. Scotty, right there, bull. Go, Scott. Look out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's down. Heads up, boys. He's safe. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, he is voted the rankest, the greatest bucking bull in the country. But his reputation has again come to...
Blood poured down, and he was carried out battered, but alive. This next buck-off is a prime example of why women live longer than men. J.B. Mauney, one of the sport's toughest riders, faced off against a bull called Shepherd Hills Tested. He didn't wear a helmet and paid the price. Midway through the ride, the bull whipped him off and slammed him headfirst into the ground.
Mooney, the only man to ride this bull, 22 straight buck-offs. Oh. He's out. Shepherd Hills Tested. This is the 4th time they have met.
Just way behind from the get-go, and he's not going to let go.
Mooney,
He went limp immediately. A scary sight for sure. But not scarier than Lane Frost's final ride. We're in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's 1989, and 25-year-old Lane Frost is one of the biggest names in rodeo. He climbs onto a bull named Taking Care of Business and nails the ride. Every second of it is perfect. He dismounts clean, lands on his hands and knees, and everything looks fine.
Did perfect on his hands and knees. He turned over in the air. Was in good position.
But just as he starts to stand, the bull suddenly spins back around. It spots Lane, lowers its head, and charges.
He put his horn up. He kind of laid his horn on Lane's back, and he stumbled at the same time, and all his weight was right on the end of that one horn. And he ran over him, and it didn't look like that bad of a wreck.
The bull doesn't look aggressive. It kind of stumbles into him, but one of its horns presses into Lane's back, and all of its weight comes crashing down. Lane manages to get on his feet, takes 2 shaky steps, and then collapses right there in the dirt. He never got back up. That hit caused internal injuries that took his life. Here's another aspiring young bull rider. Rowdy was a talented college bull rider from Oklahoma State University. In 2020, during a local rodeo, he was thrown, and just as quickly, the bull stomped both of its back feet into his chest.
Change his disposition one bit. Shoot 2. HMW. Fabrication. Whoa. Now get up.
He never stood a chance. Another young life, full of promise, cut short in seconds. But not every tragedy happens to the rider. Sometimes, the bull pays the price. At the Adelaide Rodeo in Australia, a bull was mid-run when its leg suddenly snapped beneath it. The animal was visibly in tremendous pain, twisting again and again. There was no rider on top, just raw, painful footage of a bull in agony. Up next is a horrific tragedy stopped just in time. It was just another day at the rodeo when young rider Cody Hooks was thrown hard to the ground and knocked out cold. The bull turned to charge, lowering its horns. Cody couldn't move, but someone else could. In a flash, a man jumped into the arena and covered Cody's body with his own. That man was Cody's father.
Drama at the rodeo as a cowboy is thrown off a bull right out of the gate. Now watch as wranglers try to divert the bucking beast. A man jumps into the arena and throws his body onto the unconscious cowboy. The bull lowers his horns and charges.
He risked his life to save his son and stop the bull in its tracks. Father of the Year? I think so too. But this next young man wasn't so lucky. He was a legend in the ring, tough as nails and never one to back down. But this time, the bull had other plans. Pee-wee nailed the 8 seconds, then got thrown off the wrong side, caught by his own rope.
I'd been hung up before, lots of times. But this time was different. My right leg had gotten over my riding arm, and this pointed my head straight down.
The man got hung up, dragged. Neck bent bad. He fought to free his hand, but it was too late. I think my neck is broken. I'm paralyzed, he whispered.
We were so far from anywhere I had to be taken to the hospital by helicopter.
A medevac was called, but he never rode again. Alfredo had been riding bulls for over 6 years, seasoned, focused, and no stranger to close calls. But on this day, the bull came out hard. Alfredo was thrown down and trampled before he had a chance to recover. He was rushed from the arena, but the injuries were too much. That ride would be his last. Little did this next cowboy know he about to get. From the moment this cowboy mounted up, something looked off. The bull was twitchy, tense, and the rider wasn't fully set. He barely made it 2 seconds before getting launched into the dirt. The bull didn't stop. Hooves came crashing down like hammers. Somehow, he survived, but that one was way too close. By now, you probably know that bullfighting isn't just dangerous, it's deadly. And this next guy was about to see it for himself. Alejandro was an experienced matador. The 28-year-old was seen taunting the bull at the Prieto de la Cal event with a pink and yellow cape for a few seconds, but then, in one brutal charge, the horn drove through his face, neck, and leg in a single motion. It was violent, fast, and nearly fatal. Ouch! Looks painful, doesn't it? Luckily, he lived, but barely. That bull left its mark forever. And he wasn't the only one. Zachary walked into that arena looking like a rising star. Young, sharp, confident. But what he didn't know was that things were about to go south real fast. Just seconds after being thrown off, the bull spun back around like it had unfinished business. Then came the hit. Horn straight to the neck. Not a graze, a full-force stab that punctured one of the most vital arteries in the human body. The carotid artery. That's the one that supplies blood to your brain. You lose it, and you're seconds away from unconsciousness. But this man, Zach, lost over 2 gallons of blood and somehow managed to stay awake through it. Most people pass out from a paper cut. This guy took a horn to the throat and still walked away. Not well, but he walked. And now, for Robson Palermo had been around the block. He'd faced bulls before, but this one came with a name like Cosa Nostra, which literally means our thing, as in the mafia. Robson gets halfway through the ride when his glove sticks to the rope like it's been superglued there. Suddenly, he's not just riding, he's trapped.
Right here. Gotta get there. Maybe tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh!
The bull spins fast, his arm twists harder, and within seconds, his right shoulder dislocates. Now, when most people dislocate a shoulder, they're lying on a couch with an ice pack, but Robson's swinging off a 1,500-pound bull. He can't defend himself. He can't even land properly. It's just pain, chaos, and dirt, in that order. Up next is... You ever seen someone try to take flight without wings? Well, you're about to.
You want to see, hear, and even feel what this sport is like?
Nursing a sore neck from a week ago, and man,
let's listen.
This rider got yeeted into the air. His body spun so hard, it looks like a special effect from a superhero movie. There's no bounce, no slide, just a full-body crash landing that ends in dirt. That's gotta hurt my man. But you know what? You can break a man's body, but not his heart. This next guy is living proof of that. During the championship round of the Legends of the PBR in San Jose, Jerome Davis drew a bull named Silver Legacy, and this bull didn't come to play. The second the gate swung open, it was chaos. Jerome got hung up right away, yanked off balance, and dragged like a ragdoll as Silver Legacy twisted and kicked beneath him. For a few horrifying seconds, Jerome was completely helpless, just bouncing along the dirt, while one of the meanest bulls on tour went full demolition mode.
Around, mister, you loaded. Marino, Cotton Ross are doing a great job. Come on now, with this little bitty bull. He's got Jerome going down in the well. He whopped him. He might be knocked out. Get on your feet, Jerome. Get on your feet, Jerome. Oh, man. Poor Danny's down. Toothacher right there. Oh, man, check it out. Just taking shot after shot. This bull is give out. Jerome Davis, now see, that's what you do. You keep going.
He took hooves to the chest, the shoulder, even his head. A full-body beatdown in front of a packed arena. The crowd held their breath, thinking this might be the end. But somehow, Jerome pulled himself together, staggered to his feet, and walked away. Up next, Lachlan, an Aussie cowboy through and through, but he made one small mistake. He thought the bull would take the polite exit. You can see he falls awkwardly at the end of his ride, and just as he tries to scramble away, the bull turns back and stomps on his ankle. Yeah, no, you could practically hear the bones rearranging themselves. It wasn't a clean hit either. It was full weight, full speed. I bet his ankle absolutely crumpled. And now for our final horrific bull riding moment we have. Some bulls buck, some bulls stomp. This bull slices.
Anything until I looked at my sleeve and it was red, and I went to move my hair.
The rider barely has time to breathe before he's flipped, caught, and hit with a horn so sharp it unzips his face.
It was AD and Royan's lucky day. AD won the poker pot, and they both got out of the game with their luck.
You see the bull dip in low, jab forward, and just carve right across the guy's face. There's blood, and there's definitely no walking it off after this one. It's the kind of injury that reminds you these bulls aren't props. They're 1,500-pound beasts with horns that will get you eventually.